I'm Kristen Tyson with Meals on Wheels Plus of Manatee. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Meals on Wheels Plus, which was named the 2013 Nonprofit of the Year by the Tampa Bay Business Journal. What makes this organization so special? You're about to find out. Let's meet our guest. Today I'm here with Mary Beth Phillips, who's the CEO of Meals on Wheels Plus.
Hi, Kristen.
Hello.
Glad to be here.
Thank you. Mary Beth, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with Meals on Wheels Plus.
Well, several years ago, I read an ad about filling shoeboxes for needy seniors in Manatee County. And through that, I started a little collection with my friends, and each year it's grown bigger and bigger. And I met Meals on Wheels through that process and joined the board about 4 years ago and became the CEO last November.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, let's talk about the Plus. So many people don't know what that's all about. Can you explain a little bit about what that means?
Sure. Most people identify Meals on Wheels as home delivered meals, but our Meals on Wheels Plus also includes friendship dining centers, adult daycare, transportation, and an active senior center, which we have at Renaissance on 9th.
Mm-hmm. And we operate the Food Bank of Manatee as well.
And the Food Bank, yes.
Yes. I know that's a growing program. So regarding the food bank, a lot of people don't understand that connection to Meals on Wheels Plus. Why don't you give a little more detail on that?
Well, our mission is to assist individuals to live independently, and the Food Bank of Manatee provides food as the storage for food and distributes food to over 100 pantries in Manatee County. Those pantries in turn give food to those who are in need.
Mm-hmm. And the nice thing about the food bank is that it's regulated as well, right, with the pantries that we provide?
Yes, absolutely. We work with Feeding America, and all of our pantries are audited and certainly fall within the guidelines to make sure that we're giving the food to the proper channels.
So people know when they give a gift to the food bank, that gift is going to be monitored and distributed in the way that it was meant.
Yes, that's correct.
Wonderful.
Yes.
You know, some people might be wondering what the difference is between a food bank and a food pantry.
Sure.
Can you explain that?
Absolutely. The Food Bank of Manatee, and we're the only food bank in Manatee County. We are the storage unit for food. We get distributions through our food bank, our barrels that are distributed throughout Manatee County. A food pantry actually gives the food directly to the individuals who are in need. So we distribute the food to the pantries. The pantries distribute the food directly to the individuals.
And what would you say really is the benefit of that kind of process?
Well, we get to leverage the USDA and the Feeding America program. We are able to collect the food from different retail stores throughout Manatee County, and we're able to provide the central location for distribution to those pantries. Okay. And to make sure they're all getting all the food that they need. Mm-hmm. We also have the coolers to store the food. We also have a makeshift pantry for certain organizations that don't have the capacity for pantries for emergency baskets and emergency food for babies and families.
And what types of items typically make up an emergency basket, or what really constitutes an emergency basket?
Well, we provide baskets that have enough food for families for at least a week. For babies, it's again for a week. And those are typically families that are in crisis. Something has happened, somebody's lost a job or needs an emergency food basically. And after that, we direct them to one of the 100 pantries across Manatee County to get food on an ongoing basis. And you would think that as our economy is turning, there would be less of a need, but unfortunately, there is more of a need. People are still needing food. We have not seen any drop-off in hunger in Manatee County. So we're very happy to be able to provide this service.
And one of the things that I've heard is that while people may be back to work, they are still what's classified as underemployed. So they may be collecting a paycheck, but they're only working part-time, or they're not really working in a job that's at their skill level.
Sure, and with the price of food, they still have to feed their family, they still have to put food on the table, so they will still be going to the pantry. So we expect to distribute probably 4 million pounds of food in 2013.
That's just incredible.
It is incredible. It's incredible that we have friends so close by in Manatee County that need food, but we're here to make sure that they get it. So
wonderful.
Yep.
You know, I think a lot of people also are unaware of the impact that we have for families and for babies with our Baby Basket program. Why don't you give a little more detail on that program?
Sure. Families in crisis can send information through their pantry or through their resource to let us know that they need food for a week for a family. Or if it's a baby, we provide a baby basket of diapers, formula, baby food for up to 2 years for the baby.
And that's great, because I know that the diapers and the formula are so expensive. If you're on a fixed income, what are you going to do?
That's right. So it really provides a great support to those families who need it.
Right. Great, great. So now that we know a little bit more about the food bank and how that operates with the pantries and the emergency baskets, why don't we talk a little bit more about the home delivered meal programs for seniors?
Sure. We have, currently we have about 700 clients who are getting home delivered meals. We have 52 routes in Manatee County. We rely on our wonderful volunteers to help us deliver those meals, and we are expecting that number is going to go up. Certainly this is retirement heaven, number one, and number two, the baby boomers are here, and that number is just going to go up. So we expect we'll be making more meals in the future.
Yes, yes. And sometimes people have a little misconception about the kinds of people who qualify for meals or who are our meals clients. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Well, the typical client is someone who is over age 60, someone who is homebound, possibly they have a disability, possibly they've just been released from the hospital. But one of the myths out there is that you have to be poor to receive the meals, and that is not true. We have clients who are coming out of the hospital, and if one spouse is the caretaker or the one who, cooks the meals, and unfortunately they've had some kind of injury, we can still provide the meals. We just allow them to pay for them if they have the capacity to do so.
Right, and with the all of our clients, we ask them for a contribution toward the meal.
Absolutely, if
they can afford it.
Sure.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay.
Yes.
Also, regarding the volunteers, I think a lot of people also are under the impression that it's a commitment that you have to make every day, Monday through Friday, but that's really not the case.
That is not the case, Kristen. We have over 400 volunteers. Some of them come Monday and Tuesday, some of them come Wednesday, so they come whenever they can afford the time. We especially need more volunteers in the summer because we do have so many people who go back up north over the summer months. But the commitment is about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, and it could be 1 day or it could be 5 days. Of course, we're grateful for any time that they can give us.
And really, our volunteers provide a huge benefit to our programs. I think somewhere around $750,000 worth of value.
Absolutely.
We just couldn't operate without them.
We could not operate without our volunteers, so we're very, very grateful to them. And we have, like I said, about 400 throughout the year that help us.
I know one especially amazing number is the number of volunteers that have been doing this for years and years.
That's true.
20 years and up.
Yep, that's true.
That's wonderful. I think it really shows how enriching it is to their lives as well.
It absolutely is. And as I mentioned, Meals on Wheels is so branded, and I've heard so many times from people that have moved here from other parts of the country, I delivered Meals on Wheels in Buffalo, or I delivered Meals on Wheels in Michigan, where I came from, or my parents did. So, they really can identify with our mission and our home delivered meals.
Well, there have been a lot of news stories lately regarding sequestration and all the government budget cuts. How is this going to affect us locally with our Meals on Wheels program?
That's a great question, Kristen. Unfortunately, we are going to be cut. Currently, we're at about $68,000. That's going to be cut into our budget. And as you may know, some of our funding comes from those government funds. Most of our funding does come, however, from donations from our sponsors and from our events and from private donations. But that $68,000 that we're losing, if that's the number, and it could be higher, is approximately about 7,500 meals that we'll have to make up for. So it's really critical to get the word out to the community and to our supporters to help us make up that difference. We have never had a waiting list. We don't intend on having a waiting list in the future. So it's critical that we find a way around that number or find another avenue to make it up.
Right. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of different ways that people can help while also having a good time themselves or getting a benefit.
That's
through
correct.
Renaissance on 9th.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the programs of Renaissance on 9th is our catering business and our Turner Ballroom, where organizations or groups can rent it out, and part of the income goes to help us with our programs. Home delivered meals being the top one, yes.
And it's funny, even sometimes people will say for a birthday party or for some other kind of party, instead of a gift, make a contribution or bring a can of food, which is such an easy thing to do.
Such an easy thing to do. And actually I'm seeing more and more of donations made in someone's name. And it's not always someone who's passed, just someone to recognize that person instead of like a birthday gift or something. So.
Right.
Yeah, so we're grateful for all of those things, and certainly that will help us in our quest this year to overcome that $68,000 loss.
And let's go back to one of the other programs you mentioned, the Friendship Dining.
Sure.
What exactly does that all entail, if you'd like to share a little bit about it?
Sure. Well, as you know, our home delivered meals, there are many of our clients live alone. So we have 6 Friendship Dining centers throughout Manatee County. And we also have our transportation system that will pick up a client and bring them to one of these centers. And it operates from 9 to 1 o'clock. And it just gives that individual some social time. So they're not eating the home delivered meal alone. They're joined by other seniors for activities, for friendship, games. Just recently we brought all 6 of them together and took them out to the Botanical Gardens for a monthly birthday lunch. So it's a great way to get them out of the house and social, little socialization to, be around to other seniors. It's a great program.
It is, and we know that being isolated really leads people to have more health problems and not to stay as physically or mentally sharp as they are when they get out.
Absolutely right, and it's part of successful aging to eat a healthy meal, and so they get our home delivered meal. They get a healthy breakfast also at one of our centers, and again, just that successful aging by being around and other people, having some stimulation with the games and activities. So it is a really good program.
So we've got the Friendship Dining, and those are locations throughout the county.
Sure.
And then we also have the Senior Enrichment Center. Maybe you can talk a little bit about how those are different from the Senior Center to the Friendship Dining Centers.
Sure. Well, the Friendship Dining Centers are for the clients that qualify for the home delivered meals. So typically they're over age 60. The Senior Enrichment Center is for active seniors, anyone who is over age 50. It is a membership-based program. We currently have about 350 members, and they enjoy at Renaissance on 9th, they enjoy classes such as computer classes, language classes, knitting classes. We do a movie and a meal. We have special musicians come in. We've had entertainment. We have line dancing every Monday and Tuesday, 9 o'clock. And so there's a great response to that. We also have a fitness center there, so the members can enjoy a fitness center. We have a lot of members who come in to use the fitness center. And then we have our bistro and the gift shop that's open daily, Monday through Friday, for the members to enjoy.
So there's a lot of different things, it looks like, within the Renaissance on 9th building, and not all of those are for the members specifically, right?
No, the bistro and the gift shop, and our latest program, which is our new thrift shop, Second Generations, they are open to the public, actually. So again, Monday through Friday, the bistro is open from 10 to 2. The gift shop's open from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. So yes, we get a lot of people in the community who know that we're there and enjoy our delicious food.
You know, it's funny because people know, or beginning to know, Renaissance on 9th more, but I think a lot of them still don't necessarily understand the relationship between Meals on Wheels Plus. And I know we'll get questions about where do they prepare the meals for the home delivered clients? And that's totally separate building, a totally separate program.
Yes, we have a kitchen building, which is on the corner of 9th Street and 301, which is right next door to our food bank. Our Daybreak program is on 26th Street on the campus of Manatee Glens, and then Renaissance on 9th is on 9th Street West. And the revenue that is generated from whether it's catering or the bistro or the gift shop helps to support the programs of Meals on Wheels Plus.
And it's just fabulous when you go to lunch or when you go to a catering through them, it goes to benefit a good cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've been taking a lot of tours. In fact, today some of the Senior Enrichment Center members went on a tour, and they're just amazed at the various programs that make up the plus of Meals on Wheels Plus.
Why don't we talk a little bit more about the Senior Wheels and transportation?
Sure. Senior Wheels is a membership-based program, and members can call to schedule a pickup to a doctor's appointment, a hair appointment, the grocery store, any of those things. There's usually a 48-hour notice, and we have several vehicles that pick up our clients throughout Manatee County. Great program.
Well, it's definitely apparent how Meals on Wheels Plus was nominated for the Tampa Bay Business Journal Nonprofit of the Year Award.
Yes.
Because of all that we provide. How was the selection process on that? What were the qualifications?
Well, obviously we had to be a nonprofit, and every year the Tampa Bay Business Journal seeks out nominations, and for the second year we were nominated, and through the process you become a finalist. We were a finalist in the Health and Human Services category. There's probably 6 different categories, and that was ours. So we were really excited to win in our category this year, but just over the moon with pride to win the overall for all the counties that fall within the Tampa Bay area. I think there's 6 counties, so we are the winner this year, so we're very excited, and we won some great prizes, and we're so grateful to our supporters and our volunteers, our board, and of course wonderful staff that we get to work with every day who helped us to get this award.
It's definitely a great honor and a real testament to what Meals on Wheels Plus does for the community, and also how it's operated, how it's run, fiscally sound and transparent, and all of those things that everyone wants nonprofits to be.
Absolutely, and just a few months back we got the 4-star rating for Charity Navigator, which also speaks to that financial soundness, and I think we're just one of 2 in Manatee County that have that rating, so we're pretty proud of that also.
Excellent.
So really good things to
Yes.
be proud of.
Well, when we come back, we are going to talk a little bit more about one of the programs we didn't touch on, and that would be the Daybreak Adult Day Center. So we'll have a special guest joining us then, and we'll be back with you.
On behalf of Meals on Wheels Plus of Manatee, thank you to our supporters, sponsors, volunteers, staff, and the Board of Directors.
Because of you, Meals on Wheels Plus has been named the 2013 Nonprofit of the Year by the Tampa Bay Business Journal and winner in the Health and Human Services category.
We are so honored, and we will continue to provide quality programs and services for our Manatee community. Thank you.
Welcome back. I'm Kristen Tyson with Meals on Wheels Plus, and joining us now is Tyla Thomas, Activity Supervisor with Daybreak Adult Day Services. Thanks for being here, Tyla.
You're welcome.
I just want to share with our audience a little bit about what Adult Day Services are. Can you give a little more detail on that?
I can. It is a non-residential adult daycare, and we are licensed by the state of Florida.
So almost like a daycare for children, but this is daycare for senior citizens?
It is.
Okay. Is there a requirement for that? Can anybody age 50 plus go there?
Actually, you have to be 60 or older, and you have to be a resident of Manatee County. There are certain program parameters, that you would have to go by.
Okay.
And Tyla, tell us some of the fun programs that you have for the seniors who attend Daybreak.
Oh, we do so many things. Bingo, we have dancing, arts and crafts. We just started a senior summer camp where we have different themes for every week. So today, actually right now, we are in Africa, Ireland, and Italy, doing the different things that you would do there. So that's just this week.
Wonderful. And how do the seniors get to the Daybreak Center?
They are brought by families. We also have transportation for those that need it from the company.
Senior transportation through our Senior Wheels program.
Yes.
How do you come up with the different kinds of activities?
Honestly, I don't know exactly how I do it, but I have great staff, and we just try different things and new things, and we seem to have just a lot of fun.
And the types of people that attend Daybreak, are they typically home by themselves? Do they live with a caregiver? What is their situation?
It's a lot of different situations. We have some people that are still living alone, and they just really need some socialization, and they come to the centers. We have people that live at home with families still, and the families need to get out and work, so they don't want their loved ones just sitting at home and being by themselves and sleeping during the day. Maybe it's depressing that way, so they bring them to the centers, and it's just funny to see people come in and I'm not going there, I'm not gonna be there, and once they get there and they spend a day, they don't want to leave. So it's a lot of different situations, but mainly those are two.
And how many clients do we have currently?
Actively 52 clients right now.
And
we're licensed for 100.
We could have 100 clients at Daybreak.
Well, that kind of brings up a good point. Is there a fee for this? Could people afford it?
There is a fee. It's $11 an hour. There are also, like I said, the transportation that is available for those that need it. That averages out monthly to about $1,700, where if you were to go to an assisted living facility, it's an average of $2,700 a month, and a skilled facility would be about $6,800 a month. So we're still a really reasonable price.
Definitely, and the fact that people can stay in their homes with their loved ones, I'm
Right.
sure is a huge benefit.
Yes.
And the benefit to caregivers also, because really the purpose of this is kind of twofold, right?
It is. It is. We have, not only are we doing good for our clients, but we're also helping those family members who just really need that respite care, just need that break, just time away, so that they can, recharge and really appreciate, their loved one, and it really helps.
And Daybreak speaks to our mission, which is to assist individuals to live independently. And also, they're getting the home-delivered meals, and they get a breakfast. Is that correct?
That's correct. Breakfast, even a snack in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, what do you see for the future of programs like Daybreak?
I think it's going to be in the future, it's going to be a bigger need. I mean, the population is going to double with, baby boomers, and there's about 75,000 right now just in Manatee County of people that are over the age of 65. So, by the year 2040, it's going to be nearly double that. So I see a huge need.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's amazing. And the kinds of people who attend, though, it's more of an activity, not necessarily health. So the people still have to be able to get around, and it's not really a nursing facility, right?
Exactly. Like I said, there are certain parameters that you have to qualify for, but I mean, we still assist. You have to be somewhat ambulatory and be able to assist yourself. In the restroom and things like that. But we do assist with everything and anything, even with the activities. So there's a lot of help there as well.
And how does somebody find out if they can attend Daybreak? Who do they contact?
Actually, they just call the center. Just call the center. We have myself, Carol does she does tours and shows everybody around. I mean, just call the center and they will schedule you something when it's convenient for you and get you in so you can actually see the place, go over the parameters and those things.
Can you share with us a little bit, maybe your favorite story of one of your clients, or showing the impact of Daybreak?
There's so many. I mean, we have a gentleman there that's 99 right now, and I think he's been with Meals on Wheels for about 10 years. But he is just the sweetest thing, and every day he says, thank you for being there. I don't know what I would do without you. And when he doesn't get to come 5 days, maybe he has to miss one for a doctor's appointment or whatever, he comes in and he says how much he misses us and how much he misses his friends there, and it makes you feel really good, because no matter what you do, it's whether you think it's good or not, they just appreciate everything to the extreme, and it just makes it really worth it.
And you mentioned Donald is 99. He's going to be our first centurion in September.
He is.
And what are the other ages, kind of the average age
Actually,
of the attendees?
I believe our youngest, I think, is 61, I want to say. And it's really, it's a diverse group. Everybody's not going to be, in their 90s, or it's really a diverse group. I'd say the average is about 82, but there are 62 and all the way up to 99.
Great.
And the website is a great source for information for people too, if they want to look on there and see what kinds of things that we offer there.
Definitely, all the different programs, and how to get a hold of each different program if they needed to. And we're the main number that they do call. We have people that will direct them any different way, so they really can just call any one of them and will be helped.
Great.
So I know this week there's a men's group, there's bowling this week, you had dancing this week, arts and crafts. I know recently you had a tea for all the ladies. Donald plays cards every day. They really do have such a great time. There's so much going on there.
It's just wonderful because it's an extension of Meals on Wheels Plus. We go from the active seniors with the Senior Enrichment Center and Renaissance on 9th, the Friendship Dining for those that can still get out and socialize, home delivered meals, and then those that need a little more personal care with Daybreak. So that's wonderful.
Great.
Well, we can finish up here a little bit. We talked about, Tyla, and talking about the needs for Daybreak services in the future. And Mary Beth, maybe you can give us some insight on what you think the future holds for Meals on Wheels Plus programs.
Well, sure. Certainly as the population grows, we expect to have more clients. So we hope that all of our programs are in places in Manatee County where the residents are. So, for example, out east, I know Lakewood Ranch was just named in the top 50 of places to retire. So as that population grows, we want to be able to provide our programs and services to all of the residents of Manatee County. So that's part of our long-term goal, and certainly awareness. Just letting people know about all the Plus programs that we offer at Meals on Wheels Plus of Manatee County and the Food Bank, as we mentioned. So those are some of the things that lie ahead that we have a lot to be excited about. And I just want to add that we're just so grateful to the entire staff at Meals on Wheels, the board, our supporters, our volunteers, and all of our sponsors who have helped us to attain this wonderful honor from the Tampa Bay Business Journal as the 2013 Nonprofit of the Year. So proud of that and so grateful.
Agreed. It's a very exciting honor, and really speaks volumes about Meals on Wheels Plus and what it does in this community.
It does. I'm very proud to be part of the organization.
Great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here and answering some questions to tell people a little bit more about Meals on Wheels Plus and all the different programs that are the Plus. So next time we'll go into some more detail on some of the other programs, and we hope you will join us. Thank you for watching today, and we'll see you next time.